Well, we have a special guest today, and this is Lynn Thompson on behalf of Becky Norwood of Spotlight Publishing House, speaking with Elizabeth Brown about her book, as you can see, called Toxic. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you today? Congratulations on the launch of your book.
Thank you very much.
So, this is an exciting day and sort of a culmination of about 50 years that it took you to write your story. So, can you give us an idea of why you think the timing came around for you to write it now in 2022?
Well, I did want to write it earlier, but I didn't want to hurt any of my big bad wolf's family members who were still around, nor I was married at the time, and I hadn't told my husband about my murky past. So this was the right time. I'm retired. I really wanted to get my story out. And this is what I did during the COVID years.
Okay, well, congratulations again. It's an epic story, and you go into a lot of detail, and you also have a wry sense of humor that you drop in throughout as well, which is really great. And I think that you show a resilience just even in the telling of it, and also documenting how you found your way through that experience and into a more fully expressed part of your life. And so, without giving a lot of it away, can you give us a glimpse of what the story is about, like who the big bad wolf is and what that means, how you integrated that kind of idea into your story?
Oh, certainly. Um, my big bad wolf was a man who tried to control me psychically, spiritually, and emotionally. It wasn't a typical scenario. He never beat me or tried to take my money, didn't yell at me, didn't try to drag me down in front of people. But there are various types of abuse. He was my counselor, and he presented himself as a shaman, and he was psychic, and he was psychic. And it was just a manipulation and control. So that's pretty well what my story is about, and also how I found my healing. It was a long journey, but I finally found the help that I needed. It took me quite a while to figure out what the form that would take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and certainly, as you say, you had lots of considerations for why it took quite a while to come around to share your true story. And so I think we can probably surmise that this was very helpful for you to write the book. And also, what would you want to the reader to benefit? How would you want the reader to benefit from reading your book?
Well, this this book, my audience, I want to be primarily women who have been through similar relationships. And I want to encourage my readers to never give up, to keep looking for the help they need, and especially to break off with their big bad wolf. Um, it's just really important that they do so, or you would need a lot of help to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be an issue, right? So why do you think it's challenging for women, and why do you think it was challenging for you, that it took a while for you to discern what was happening?
For myself, when I was 23, uh, well, I was very inexperienced, uh, super idealistic. I thought that spirituality would be very important in a man, and he had it all. Like he seemed very spiritual. He called himself God's tool, and, and my dad was an alcoholic. Well, I better not give away too much of the story, but I was almost conditioned to be a real people pleaser, to avoid the other person getting angry. Um, and I just sort of followed whatever he suggested, like a duck following its mother. So, and you have illusions like, this is the perfect man, and I can't live without him, and you know, and it's very hard to break off, with that kind of mindset.
Yeah, and when you're you're trusting, as you say, you're trusting the person to have maybe the better judgment because they're more experienced than you are. Now, you said that your primary audience for your book is women. However, would you consider how a man might benefit from reading the book?
Sorry, could you rephrase the question?
Well, I'm wondering if you would consider how a man might benefit from reading your book.
Well, we're all human, and men and women pretty well have the same feelings, though they express them differently. So certainly, a man could benefit from reading it. The reason I make women my target audience is because I am a woman and I have experienced it from a woman's point of view, and that's how I best express myself.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I just it just occurred to me that that men might find it interesting to see that kind of behavior from a woman's point of view.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Ella, I just really congratulate you on behalf of Becky Norwood and the Spotlight Publishing House on the publication of your book, and the release is October 19th, 2022. And being your editor, I'm really looking forward to having a physical copy of your book in hand.
well, I couldn't have done it without two very important people. One is Lynn, my beautiful editor who loves flowers, and the other is Becky Norwood of Spotlight Publishing. I'm very grateful to both of those women.
Well, it's a real pleasure and honor, Elizabeth. I'm happy that we've been able to collaborate together, and it's been really rewarding. And do you want to hold up the other side of your card again, since we don't have the book in hand yet? We can show your beautiful cover again. It's just amazing. All right. All right. Elizabeth Brown, congratulations. Good work. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Um, Not at the moment.
Well, I look forward to hearing from you again, and looking forward to seeing this little conversation shared through Spotlight, and seeing your book in print. I'm really excited.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Lynn.